Hi, I'm Ezekiel. In this video, I'll be talking on Live Sound Mixing Engineers Challenge. Probably you could have been thinking you are the only one having the same issue, but everyone does sometimes. I remember some times ago I was called to do a mix for a band with their own sound. When I got there, I started sound checking. I work with the speakers. I listen to everything. I monitor with my headphones. After a little while, I need to get close to the speakers and hear what is really projecting, because I noticed later on that what I'm hearing from the speakers is different from my monitor mix, which I use regularly for every mix. But when I got there, I discovered that some of the highs are bad and some of the speakers too are not good. The way they sound blast and like distorting somehow, and I went around to check. I discovered the sub 2 was somehow blasting, it couldn't push well, and the way the real speaker should sound, they are not sounding like that. This is one of the issue we have, live sound. We also have similar issue with the church setting too. But before we move on, if you are new to this channel, I want you to subscribe to this channel and press the notification button so you'll be the first person to be notified whenever I upload videos like this. And if you enjoyed this video at the end, I want you to remember to thumb up for me. I was called again to do a mix in another show. But this time around, we are setting up in a little bigger environment, which expose the secret of this sound in big and real time for me. Which, when I started doing the mix, I regularly, as usual, I worked on it, though some of the speakers are changed. So, but majorly, some of the F4H speakers which were used to do the mix, when I did the mix, I needed to push more, to project more, and with my mix, like, okay, I was happy after the sound checking with a moderate level. That's how I do my mix, and then I increase the overall gain gradually based on the crowd. I wouldn't want to hurt anybody with the sound. So then after a little while the show was going on, I already know based on the last experience, but I was able to manage. But after a little time, I was requested to increase the volume, the overall gain a bit. I was trying to push. I realized the speakers were bad. What are the issues attached to this bad sound? Number one, I discovered some of the amps are damaged. It couldn't project well. But when I noticed was like, when I noticed, I asked the patch guy to change the amplifier. Okay, when I changed the amplifier, I discovered okay, the noise was stopped a bit and the sound projected a bit. That's number one. Number two, I realized that some of the speakers were recoiled. The speakers were recoiled, not the original from the brand of the speaker were ended. Then I realized the highs were damaged. Some of them were just sounding faintly, not clearly, and some the eyes were not projecting at all. Then I realized some of the speakers too that are one I couldn't know, I couldn't say originally what really happened. But in a nutshell, I realized the speakers from the point source that I used were not good. Okay, what about the sub? Okay, when I got there, I checked the subwoofer. I saw the diaphragm, the one diaphragm of the speaker was torn. Maybe, I don't know, maybe overdriven. I discovered that. One of the issues during the show, I realized that the drums were not toned well. The bass drum wasn't good. I tried to remove the damper inside. When I removed it, I realized I wasn't the case. Okay, I just had to ask the guy to put it back. It just managed which was sounding cool, cool, cool. I was able to manage that. apart from the Velon, so I discovered the microphones too are not good enough. They are not, I couldn't say, even if it's some that were SM58, couldn't sound like the original SM58. So these are the contribution of the bad sounds. But if you end up working with this, you mess up yourself because there's no amount of what you could or can do to sound well with a bad sound system, no matter how great the mixing console is. Okay, this is one of the consequences. When you end up mixing bad, you messed yourself up from the mixing. You wouldn't know who were there that could give you a contract from the show you messed up yourself because of the uh, based on experience. You won't be called for the show, even from the person that called you initially. You won't be called again. You won't have any contract to earn from anybody that witnessed that time. And the third point, bad news flies like a flying jet, like a spaceship. That guy isn't good, that guy is bad, that guy is this and that. Before you know it, you end up sitting down at home, not being called for the contract anymore. But what can you do to avoid that? If you could avoid that initially, oh no, I can't do a mix with this one. It will retain your reputation and the class of your taste. It will still make you professional because it's not professional when you mess up yourself mixing with bad equipment, bad sound. It isn't good. Let's keep on with the discussion by leaving the comments below because we can't cover everything in this video. Then we can continue with this discussion. Thank you for watching. So see you in the next video. Bye.